What is that feeling like in this comeback fight for you?
Well, it means everything to me, because you know, boxing has always been my life. I've always, this is this is just another opportunity for me. I feel so blessed to have this opportunity to step in the ring again, especially in Glendale, Arizona, which I consider almost my second house, my second home. In the Phoenix area, the Tucson area, just in Arizona in general. I feel blessed to have this opportunity. So I'm taking advantage of it. I'm taking advantage of it. I'm physically and mentally ready, prepared for this to give the fans what they want. I think fans enjoy it. Enjoy a great fight of boxing, and I think Leon Wilson's style, my style, could be a fan-friendly fight for the fans. So I'm excited. I'm actually anxious to step in the ring again and showcase for my people.
Mm-hmm. Liam Wilson, we've only seen him once in the United States, and it just so happened to be in that very same arena against the very same opponent you last fought in Emmanuel Navarrete. Obviously, you both have lost to Navarrete, but what have you seen in Liam Wilson, and why was he an ideal opponent for you in this comeback fight?
So Leon Wilson for me is a tough fighter in general. I was there when he fought Vaquero Navarrete. He sent it to a canvas. He had Vaquero Navarrete extremely hurt. Many people thought they could have easily stopped that fight. So I got nothing but respect for Leon Wilson. He's the type of fighter that you can't get confident, you can't get loose inside the ring with, because he carried that big shot. I was there, and I've been studying him. I've been studying his long reach advantage. He's got that beautiful left hook, and it's just been watching a lot of film on him, just to study him and work on everything that he did that could benefit him. So we'd use it in our favor. So yeah, we're working strong on him, and we just got the call. We're not looking for easy fights. I've always said that I'm not looking for easy opponents. I'm looking for opportunities. And when they offered me this opportunity to fight against Leon Wilson, I said, well, okay, let's do it. I love a fight. So yeah, I'm excited to come back and give the fans what they want.
Mm-hmm. From the outside looking in, it seems like this is the kind of fight that further planks you at 130 pounds. And perhaps I feel your future could be looking like it's at 130 pounds as you look for another title run. What is your ideal plan looking like moving forward?
So this fight means everything to me, because I know if whoever wins this fight is a step closer for a world title fight at a 130. 130 is my division, is the division that I have to stay, because I can't go down to 126. It's physically impossible. I can't make that weight class no more. And I'm too small for 130, and I will be too small for 135. So there's no 135 right now is not an option. So right now I'm very focused on 130. So my plan for this year is to become a world champion again. But for that, I got to win this fight first. This fight, for me, in my mind, in my heart, I'm taking it as a world title fight. That's the way I'm looking. So physically and mentally ready for this, because I want to become a world champion this year.
Not to get too far ahead, but Vasily Lomachenko, perhaps one of the smallest 135ers out there, if he ends up winning that title against George Kambosos, he's your stablemate. If Top Rank offers that fight, would you consider only for a Lomachenko level fight to go up to?
Yeah. It would be stupid for any fighter to leave that opportunity, because you always got a shot in boxing. There's always shots. There's always that. Every fighter who steps in the ring has a chance to win. And if I were to get offered that fight, it will be a dream fight for me, because we know Lomachenko is a pound for pound fighter. He's world class. We've seen what he did with Devin Haney. We've seen what he's done over the last couple of years. So having a fight against him, it's almost like when you're having a shot against Manny Pacquiao. Who will say no to a fight for Manny Pacquiao? Nobody. Everybody takes those fights, and I think that's the case for Vasily Lomachenko right now. But I think just that word, just that name, right? It feels like I'm losing track on the main object. The main object for me right now is Liam Wilson. But any opportunity that I would that's offered, I will take it.
Mm-hmm. With this fight, you and your very respected coach Eddie Reynoso, what have you guys been working on in this camp in order to correct some of the things that went wrong with Navarrete?
So it's mostly because we can only train so hard. We always train hard every single camp. They know everybody knows that we don't have a hard time with working hard. We work hard, but we're working smart at this time, sticking to the game plan, because what Mike Tyson said is very real. We all have that game plan till we get hit in the face, and that's completely true. I had a game plan in my last fight, but then we lose track and we get excited with the crowd and we lose focus and we want to knock out our opponents and we lose track of the game plan. So right now we're working on sticking to the game plan, counter punching, being an aggressive fighter, working to the body. There's a lot of things that go in play, but the main thing is just to stick to the game plan.
Mm-hmm. Physically, you didn't look okay after that fight. It's been 7 months. Do you feel that's enough time for you to recover from a fight of that magnitude?
Yeah, physically fit. I was fine. Yeah. My face shows a different story after each and every fight. My face is very delicate. People who know me in the gym know that I'll just put lotion on my face and my face turns red. So my face is just very delicate. Any little flick of my eye turns it red, and well, being Vaquero's punch, his punch did make a swelling in my eye, but it wasn't nothing broken. People were very concerned if it was broken. My family members and my friends were like, "Is your eye okay?" And when I knew right away, it was just the fact that it was just swollen. So yeah, the pictures might tell a different story, but I'm perfectly fine. Thank the Lord, thank God for that, because we want to last in boxing, and for that, we gotta be physically ready for each and every fight because we're literally risking our lives inside that ring.
Awesome. That's glad to hear you're obviously fully recovered. With training with Eddie Reynoso, I know you're based in San Diego. Canelo's getting ready to kick off camp for his Cinco de Mayo weekend fight. I know he trains in the Lake Tahoe region. How do you plan on kind of finishing off camp with Eddie?
Oh, well, everything's been fine. Canelo just recently moved up. Canelo just he was training over here in San Diego with us as well. He just a couple of days left over there. I believe it was yesterday or 2 days ago that he left to Lake Tahoe. He's barely going to begin camp, so Eddie's going to stay with us for us for a couple of weeks, and then 5 weeks. I mean, the fight's done, and he's going to go with Canelo. Canelo's going to get a head start over there in Lake Tahoe. So Eddie always finds a way to work it out. So we're pretty sure we'll be okay.
Mm-hmm. You've been training with Canelo for the longest time. A lot of people have different opinions of him today than they did just a few short years ago when he first became an undisputed super middleweight champion. You see how Canelo goes about his business on a daily basis. But for those still wondering and doubting, what would you tell them about where Canelo is at his career at this stage?
Well, one thing that I will say about Canelo is that he's one of the hardest workers out there, man. I've seen him fight. He fought on a Saturday, rested Sunday, and came back to the gym where I was training on Monday. And that just shows the type of fighter. He has everything what you could ever ask for. Yeah, he has the money. He's got the fame. He's got the luxury car. He could take a vacation wherever he wants. He takes care of his full family and friends, helps people with cancer, helps foundations. He's done it all. He's done it all. And to still come back to the gym the next day after a fight, hell, we don't even do that. We take a week off, 2 weeks off. Some fighters take months off. Canelo goes back to the gym every single time he works out. He lives in the gym. He's a gym rat. He's always training. So that's one thing that I admire about him. And one thing about it kind of bothers me, but not really, because if it doesn't bother him, I wish people could understand the fact that he does not care about nothing. He wants to fight when he wants to fight, and he's a tough fighter. He's always in the gym and training. Every criticize him every day. He just doesn't care because he's so passionate about his lifestyle, the sports, boxing and golfing, and he does not care. He'll fight anybody. He's not afraid of fighting anybody. But then you got other people who will say that, will bring up their statement why he will be afraid of fighting this guy or that guy. And then once he beats him, then there's always going to be that one other fighter to bring it up. So I understand Canelo when he brings that up, when he says, they said that this guy was going to beat me, and then I beat him. Then okay, now I'll fight him. And then he beats him, and they always bring in a new guy who would say, "Oh, now you're ducking him. Or, now you're ducking him." But then when he doesn't fight him, everybody says they're ducking him. I understand his side because it makes sense. I'm there watching him. But I also understand the fanatic side. Like, I want you to fight this guy because this guy could be potentially the guy who gives the fight, if you will. But it's understandable both ways. I truly respect everybody else's opinion, the same way I respect Canelo's opinion.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Jaime Munguia is next for him. All Mexico showdown. Very exciting Cinco de Mayo weekend. What do you make of that fight?
Well, my honest opinion, I'm happy because if there's a pie, both sides go to Mexico. It's a win-win for me. I'm happy for someone like Jaime Munguia that it's a win-win for him because Jaime Munguia is not an easy opponent. You know, people, I don't know, man. People think Jaime Munguia is walking apart for Canelo. No, Jaime Munguia is tough. He's got the heart. And, you know, it's not an easy fight. Even though I still got Canelo winning because, you know, I've seen him train. I've seen the way he works. The whole advantage that he's got in here, in the heart, and in his talent. But it's not an easy fight. And the fact that, you know, another Mexican fellow compatriot is going to win money as well, that just brings joy to me because, man, a lot of fighters just go through pain and suffering and working out. And at the end of the day, we don't get the money that you think we would have. And some YouTuber gets all the millions and money. And it's offensive for some fighters. Someone like Jaime Munguia, who is a tough fighter and probably isn't winning the way he should be winning, as you see as other YouTubers winning money. And now that he's fighting Canelo, was like, damn, finally, this guy gets to make some money for that. So I'm happy for him.
Yeah, that's terrific. Cinco de Mayo showdown. And just quickly, another stablemate, former stablemate of yours, Ryan Garcia. Obviously, he's been in the headlines all week for his uneven behavior. He says he's doing well, but you've spent time with him in the gym years back. And what do you make of the entire situation that he's going through, and just your thoughts around the fight?
It's just, I know Ryan. I only know him being in the gym. He's a good guy, good kid. If I can say something, that kid works hard. He's very talented, and he's an overall good kid, man. I love Ryan. Ryan's good, and it's sad to see him like that. I don't know. I have no answers to that. I have no. I can't express how to say all everything you see on social media. Wow, like hopefully people around him, close people who could get to him, could really help him out because I don't know if you know those stories are unbelievable to me. Like, wow, really? You saw this, you saw that. Everything he's saying is just too crazy for me. It's just too crazy for me. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it's like, wow, if the whole things you're saying are true, then God bless you, man. I pray for you, and hopefully you'll be fine. But I don't know what to say. Maybe the same questions you have are the same questions that I have and everybody else has because, you know, I believe I seen his brother Sean also say that he doesn't really have a lot of contact with him. And you know, I used to always see them together. So I really don't know what would be going. I just wish him the best and hopefully he recovers from whatever he's going through and let God be in his side.
Absolutely. All the best to him, and all the best to you, Oscar. March 29, Liam Wilson, you know, another big fight for you, headlining ESPN. There's actually a nice co-feature on that fight card as well.
Which could have easily been the main event.
Sinisa Estrada and Yoko Valle.
Those are some tough women. They're gonna bring it down. They're gonna throw it down for sure. They're gonna leave the ring nice and hot for me and Leon Wilson. So we gotta. It's gonna be tough to overstand that one.
They have a chip on their shoulder. I've actually talked to them, and they're a little upset they didn't get.
I love it. I love the fact that that's legit boxing right there. Not that Leo wasn't really legit. We want to, you know, but we might be more gentlemen. But okay, let's just fight. Those two, Estrada and Valle, you could tell they don't like each other. They're gonna throw it down.
But you agree with them that fight was like a main event level? I mean, obviously, promoters and networks, they control who gets the top billing, but
I'll give it to them. Everyone is like, yeah, you guys should be good. But you know, it is in Glendale, Arizona. I think a lot of people are there to see myself in Leon Wilson. I don't want to sound cocky, but that fight right there, easily main event card, easy main event fight, Valle and Sinisa Estrada.